looks like we get 2 strips, short and a long. And then get the power supply and 2 remotes. Let's get this hood popped open and see how this is going to look. I'm hoping that I can use 2 sections for the grill since we have a smaller grill, and then 2 sections to lead back to the engine bay. And then I got a couple awesome hood props. Which one will work? Let's see here. Let's go with this one. Oh yeah. Not sketchy. So the nice thing about these, you have such a small grill. So I'm almost thinking, you know, one on top of this bracket facing down, or what we do is have this long one up in here in the engine bay, and then the shorter one can go right down in here to light up this side grill area. Or I guess we could do it like this too, Blake. One on each side, shining down, with this bad boy going across. Yep. Because our plan is to bead roll some cool panels in here to clean up this engine bay and have some louvered holes or dimple dyed holes with screens behind it. So if we had this mounted here and shined, it would be pretty sweet. All right, let's get these things set up, wired up, and see what they look like. All right, so we wired up our power block to the battery just like this for now. I'm gonna fix it, but I wanna get these lights hooked up, wired up, so I could see how bright they are ahead of time. That way I'm not just sticking these lights on the car and then realizing that certain things are blocking the light path and causing shadows. And so the issue we're having is I have this support that I built for the radiator, and I got my hood latch in the middle of it, but I have 2 brackets here and here where this would fit perfect on both sides and light down the bottom of the grill, which I'm going to try to get to do because it's perfect size for it. And that way this little extra whip that we have will literally fill up the rest of the engine bay with it. It'll be perfect. A 2-in-1 combo for our application because we have a smaller grill. So I think we're going to mess around with this a little bit and see the best placement for this to light up. And we might have to wait till it gets a little bit darker tonight to get the best view for what we're looking at. So we'll see what happens here. All right, spent the last half hour with my angle grinder. I got this core support that I built out of angle iron. It's got angle iron here, here, and then one piece going down to the frame. So I wasn't able to get my light back behind this support and the one here. So I was able to cut up on this one, bend it and break it. So now, and then I put a channel in this one, but it's still welded on the one side. So I have plenty of strength still. I'm going to run the light bar from here. It'll go to my hood latch, and then other side, the small section from there to there. And then actually the whip is big enough for the long section to light up the fender on the inside. And it's getting darker here now, so we'll go ahead and we'll get these smaller sections put in the grill and show you guys what this thing's going to look like lit up. We got these grill lights installed, double-sided tape on the back side of this bar. And then what happens here is I got the excess looped up. I drilled a hole through here, put a rubber grommet, slid this piece through, so I'll have lights here on this front section. And eventually we're having bead rolled sections in here, and I'll have holes with dimple dyes. So this will light up that side, and then it comes across. This will all get mounted into here for our bead rolled sections to cover up the ugliness in here. So I'm going to do the same thing here. All I used was a step down bit. And I got these rubber grommets right here that are actually solid. They're plugs. And I just put one of these bad boys in. Actually fairly simple. And then I used a razor blade and made a slit for the light to fit through. It's as easy as that. And then you take your trusty razor blade. You just make a slit from the top. All right, Blakers. Feed that thing through. And actually, hold on, back it up. Let's put it underneath the light, this wiring harness here. And then let's get this thing plugged in and we'll see how it looks. Okay, here it is. The light's turned on, hooked up. It's hard to give a good representation right now, but it's nice because this grill lights up pretty good. You don't see the LED because it's shining down. So we'll wait for the sun to go down. We'll check it out with all the lights on. See you in a little bit.